What's up, fight fans? The Fight Analyst is back to break down UFC 283 live from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, January 21st, this Saturday night. I'm looking forward to it. The light heavyweight championship on the line. The men's flyweight championship is also on the line. So let's get right to it. In the men's bantamweight division, we have a fight between Daniel Marcos and Simon Oliveira. Right now, Oliveira minus 195. The comeback on Marcos plus 160. I think it's going to be a banger of a fight between these two bantamweight fighters. Guys coming off Contender Series wins, coming into this fight with some head of steam, trying to make a name for himself. Both guys got great striking, good power on the feet, but I think Simon Oliveira is a little bit better everywhere. I think he's got more power, and he definitely has the submission game to really get it done on the mat. So Oliveira, more paths to victory here. He gets the job done for me at minus 195. In the men's bantamweight division, we have the fight between Cody Stamann and Luan Lacerda. Right now, Stamann minus 320. The comeback on Lacerda plus 265. Lacerda's got a ton of hype coming into this fight. He's one of the top prospects in the bantamweight division that's outside of the organization, training with the likes of Jose Aldo and everybody over there at that fight camp. For someone to come into a fight against Cody Stamann in their first fight, that shows a lot of promise. That shows the UFC really knows who they have and what they have with Lacerda. Lacerda, he's got a crazy good submission game, and he's got elite striking on the feet. Cody Stamann is no slouch either. Great wrestling, great striking to go along with it. But I'm taking the shot on the newcomer here, a plus 265. Give me Luan Lacerda, and let's see if he gets the job done. In the women's featherweight division, we have a fight between Josiane Nunes and Zara Ferrin. Right now, the line is minus 380 on Nunes to come back on Ferrin, plus 310. This is a fight where I can't fathom laying the juice on Nunes at minus 380. I think it's going to be a fairly close fight. Ferrin is the bigger fighter. She utilizes her long-range attacks very well. So if I were to bet on this fight, which I am not, I would have to decide on taking the value on Ferrin here at plus 310. It's going to be a fairly close decision win for either one of these two. So give me Ferrin plus 310. In the welterweight division, we have a fight between Nicholas Dalby and Warlley Alves. Right now, Dalby minus 120 to come back on Alves plus 100. It's not a fight I would love to throw a ton of money on, but I kind of love to fade Dalby as a dog. So I'm going to go inside with Warlley Alves here. I think he's got more paths of victory. I think he could keep it close on the feet. And if it hits the mat, he's definitely got the advantage there as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Good submission games. So give me Warlley Alves as the slight underdog to cash out. In the lightweight division, we have a fight between Terrence McKinney and Ismael Bonfim. Right now, McKinney minus 120 to come back on Bonfim is plus 100. This is going to be a great fight. The newcomer, Bonfim, is very experienced. He's a national boxing champion over in Brazil. He's got great grappling to go along with it. McKinney, great power on the feet, high-level wrestler in his own right. This is going to be an extremely close one, but I'm going to take Bonfim here. The newcomer in Bonfim, I think he's got the tools to get it done. I think he can hang in there with McKinney on the feet, obviously, because he's got power. He's got the technical abilities. I think he's got more technical abilities than McKinney does on the feet, and I think he's going to be able to keep this fight on the feet and and outwork McKinney and possibly get him out of there inside 2 rounds. In the heavyweight division, we have a fight between Jailton Almeida and Shamil Abdurakhimov. I know I butchered that, everybody. Right now, Almeida is the biggest favorite on the card at minus 900, and the comeback on Shamil plus 625. We know this is a setup fight for Almeida to look good, which is why the line is the way it is. I know it's a little bit of a step up of competition for Almeida, but it's not one that he should not be able to, pass the test. I think he's obviously the bigger fighter. He's a stronger fighter. He's a more powerful fighter. He's arguably got advantages everywhere this fight goes. So Almeida is going to look good, get it done probably within 2 rounds, and just keep it moving and show that he's an absolute wrecking machine at light heavyweight or at heavyweight. And let's see where he goes from here. In the welterweight division, we have a fight between undefeated prospect Gabriel Bonfim taking on Munir Lazzez. Right now, Bonfim minus 180 to come back on Lazzez plus 155. Another Bonfim brother here coming in his debut fight as the favorite over Lazzez. Bonfim, another national boxing champion over in Brazil, but like his brother, they both have great grappling skills, but I think Gabriel is even better of a grappler than he is in striking, so that makes him extremely dangerous, especially against someone like Lazzez. Lazzez likes to keep this fight on the feet, at range, utilizes his kicks and his long range attacks. I don't think he's going to be able to do that here. Bonfim is a great enough striker to keep it interesting on the feet and win the exchanges, take him to the mat, and also submit him. Give me Gabriel Bonfim here to get the job done. In the middleweight division, we have a fight between Gregory Rodriguez and Bruno Ferreira. Right now, the line is minus 325 for Rodriguez to come back on Ferreira plus 285. This is going to be an absolute massive step up in competition for Ferreira, especially on short notice, coming off a Contender Series win. He's coming into this fight. He's got a lot of head of steam coming in, but this is going to be too much too soon. Rodriguez is on the up and up. He looks like an absolute wrecking machine on the feet, on the mat. I expect this could be a really hard debut fight for Ferreira here. Give me Rodriguez to get the win inside the distance. In the light heavyweight division, we have a fight between Mauricio Shogun Rua and Ihor Pretoria. I know I butchered that as well. This is going to be the last fight for Rua here. He's riding off into the sunset after this. Right now, the line is minus 200 for Ihor. The comeback on Rua plus 170. It's really hard for me to take Shogun at this time and age of his career. He's obviously going to be on his way out. This is his last fight. I know Ihor is not a great fighter in his own right, and they're trying to give Shogun a winnable fight so he can ride off into the sunset. But ultimately, I think the youth, the size, and the speed is going to be such a massive advantage for Ihor here that I have to side with him. And Shogun takes his last L before he's gone. And it's upsetting, but it is what it is. In the light heavyweight division, we have a fight between Paul Craig and Johnny Walker. Right now, Walker is a minus 170 favorite. The comeback on Craig plus 140. Craig is one of the most profitable fighters to bet on because majority of the time he is an underdog and he's cashing for us as an underdog. But ultimately, I don't think he cashes for us here as an underdog, and I'm taking Johnny Walker here. He's been looking good ever since training over SBG Ireland. We're seeing the best version of him. He just needs to keep this fight on the feet, and he wins relatively easily. As long as he doesn't follow Craig into his guard or on the mat in any way, shape, or form, he should get the job done. The way that Craig wasn't able to take down Oezdemir in his last fight leads me to believe the same thing is going to happen here against Walker. Give me Walker here by knockout inside 2 rounds. In the women's flyweight division, we have a fight between Jessica Andrade and Lauren Murphy. Right now, Andrade minus 450. The comeback on Murphy plus 360. Ugh, that's a very steep line for Andrade. Even though she pretty much has Murphy beat in every facet of the game, it's really hard for me to fathom taking Andrade at that number because Murphy is super tough, super durable, and is always in the fight regardless. She's always going to fight for your money. If I were to bet on this fight, which I'm probably going to stay away from because the line is outrageous, I'd probably take a shot on Murphy just based on the pure value that she has. She's going to keep the fight close. It's going to be a good fight between the two. Murphy fights for your money, so give me Lauren Murphy at plus 360. In the welterweight division, we have a fight between Gilbert Burns and Neil Magny. Right now, the line is set at minus 410 for Burns to come back on Magny plus 330. I can't fathom betting Burns at minus 410 in a fight that's going to be relatively close. I think Magny is a lot better than the line is suggesting here. I know he got steamrolled against Shavkat Rakhmonov, but majority of the people would, including Burns. Not going to take Burns here. I think he kind of gets the job done just because he is Gilbert Burns. I think he's a little bit better than Magny pretty much everywhere, but that doesn't make him a minus 410 favorite. If I'm betting on this fight, I would take a stab on Magny just due to the pure value that his number is there. So give me Neil Magny at plus 330. In the co-main event, we have the men's flyweight championship on the line with the fourth installment between Deiveson Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno. This is an absolute pick'em fight, minus 110 across the board, and rightfully so. These two are extremely evenly matched. They're 1-1-1 against one another, and let's see what happens here. But ultimately, I'm going to side with Figueiredo. I think the move to fight ready has really helped him a lot, training with Henry Cejudo and all that great team over there in Arizona. I'm expecting more of the same, more grappling, heavy strikes on the feet. And I think there's just a lot going on with Brandon Moreno, changing fight camps in the last couple months, not having James Krause in his corner. I think it's all going to add up and not be, an advantage for him. So give me Deiveson Figueiredo to unify the undisputed flyweight championship of the world. In the main event, we have the light heavyweight championship on the line as Jamal Hill takes on Glover Teixeira. Right now, Hill minus 125. The comeback on Teixeira plus 105. Teixeira's always disrespected on the betting lines, and he's disrespected yet again. Hill, he's got a lot of promise. He's got a lot of hype coming into this fight, but he's taking this fight at about a month and a half's notice, going against arguably his toughest opponent yet. Teixeira has been in there with the elite of the elite. He was winning his fight against Yuri Prochazka. He was getting ready for a 5-rounder against Prochazka. It's hard for me to go against Glover here, especially as an underdog. He recaptures his light heavyweight championship, and he's like father time all over again. Glover Teixeira gets the job done, and he's gonna be the light heavyweight championship yet again. That's what I have for you guys for UFC 283 breakdown. Don't forget to follow me on all platforms, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you guys next time.